Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Biz Buzz. It is now time for the kid and all of us to come on out and to enjoy these toys. Joining me right now, Ira Gallen, who of course can only be described as the one who collects it all. Who said guys don't like dolls?
Guys who don't like dolls.
You love them, and you've been collecting them.
I've got over 10,000 toys, maybe 1,000 dolls, and 200 Barbie dolls.
Tell people, though, about Barbie, because a lot of people kind of feel that Barbie, you know, isn't necessarily the best doll for a young girl or young boy in some cases to play with.
Basically, there's the nurturing dolls where you learn how to change the diapers, change the clothes, or there's the role-playing dolls. And in 1959, when Barbie came around, women wanted to do something more than just stay at home. So basically, I'm tired of the garbage. Her breasts are too big, the waist is perfect. Basically, if you want to do something more with your life, you could role-play into anything. I mean, my best Barbie dolls would be then Dr. Barbie. They should have an anchor Barbie, wouldn't be bad.
Okay.
But they will eventually.
What they do have, though, are these Barbies that in some ways, is this now really child's play or is this collectible for adults?
It's both. If you're a first-time Barbie collector, just as an example, there's the shot of Holiday Barbie, which is the hottest one every year for the last 6 years. Everybody, and there also comes in black and Asian. I'm sorry I didn't bring any black Barbie dolls with me.
Well, but at least
I'm going to make up to
there.
it next week with you, and they happen to be beautiful. But this one happens to be a hot one. This is Enchanted Evening Barbie.
Now, is this the reason why Barbie is associated with pink?
Yes, when this came out in 1960, the year after Barbie was born, girls just loved the color. It just caught on, and this was because she went to the prom and met Ken for the first time.
And speaking of Ken, he is also included in the
This
group
is the Hollywood Legends collection, which started last year with Gone with the Wind.
So Ken as the Tin Man.
Yes, he has no heart at all. Because Barb's got all the money.
When we talk about Barbie, you know, a lot of people wonder who really created this Barbie.
Ruth Handler in 1959, 3 years earlier, was trying to convince Mattel and her husband Elliot, when they both formed Mattel, to come out with a role-playing doll. Nobody wanted to do it. Eventually, she went to Europe, bumped into a similar doll, which would take a whole story in itself, and then convinced the company to do it. But when they released it in 1959, none of the people, the buyers, the toy fair, wanted the doll.
Ira, as we look at all of these Barbies, and we'll go down the
My
list
Fair Lady
here,
Barbies, we must get it.
But my question is that if Barbie had a company of her own, where would she be placed as far as toy companies?
She'd be the third largest toy company.
She'd not Tyco out of that position?
Tyco, yeah, they need better dolls too, but good racing cars at Tyco.
Let's go down the list here, and if we start here as we're looking at all of these, then
if everybody saw My Fair Lady last night, these are all exclusive, and you can get this at the FAO Schwartz Barbie Boutique in New York City, all over the country. These are really beautiful.
And this dress is gorgeous.
Isn't it stunning?
Lace. It's the kind of thing that big girls wouldn't mind wearing
themselves. Look at the packaging.
themselves.
This is what's so cool about Mattel. My Fair Lady packaging. Isn't that beautiful?
All right, but we have to go back over to this. Come on over to this side. As we look at this, speaking of the cost, and that's what I want to get to next, this is the Bob Mackie.
Everybody for the last 5 years looks forward to a Bob Mackie design. This is Moon Goddess Barbie. That's not much. It's about $180.
All right. As we move on to this next one, price again on this?
These are the My Fair Ladies are all up into the $80 range.
And we looked at these others, which equally pretty, and as you said, they represent not only what little girls remember, but also what adult collectors would like.
And of course, Escada. Fashion Week. We should have had a Barbie fashion show here. This is beautiful.
Ira, with regard to these, there are lots now where a brand is using Barbie for their marketing.
And then, as a new perfect example, as long as you brought that up, there is Coca-Cola. If you go to the Coca-Cola stores, this is exclusive at Coca-Cola, $100. And then if you, Hallmark has their own holiday
put it right
version.
Here in front. This is fine. Put it here.
That's $50.
Okay. Now, are these limited editions?
All limited edition. I don't know the exact numbers, but get them now, because last year they printed more up of the holiday Barbies because they were gone before they even hit the stores.
All right. One that we really do need to get to.
The Gap. We got to try the Gap.
And this is at about $35.
These are $35.
Okay.
And my nephew, who manages the Kids Gap in Long Island, sold 100 of these in one day.
In just one day. I want to get to a toy that a lot of little girls would love with regard to Barbie.
And little boys who like to design.
I remember when you used to have the cutout dolls, and then you could, you know, take the items and put it on the doll. This is one better as you move into the technology age. Of course, I love those cutouts.
This CD-ROM has been 5 years in the making for Mattel, and this is going to be the hottest seller.
All right, let's explain what happens with this CD-ROM.
You could design any type of dress. There are thousands and thousands of designs. But if you look at the dress and you see the designs on here.
All right, we're still here on the CD. So they take this, they design it. But the good news is, after a young girl would design this, it then can actually be printed out.
Through your printer, and it's cloth, then you can put it right on there.
All right, so here we are.
That's going to be the big hot Barbie.
And how much is this item?
The disc is $49.95. The doll you could probably get for $9.95. There's lots of accessories.
Well, we're out of time, but certainly not out of ideas.
And I'm bringing my black Barbies next week.
Well,
sorry.
they look good, and you said that the one that is from Africa especially
stunning.
even has black features.
Not as cute as you, though.
Oh, God.
But nothing could be that good. They don't use precious gems.
Well, thank you very much. And on that note, I know when to get out. On a good note, thank you for the compliment.
My
We'll be back
pleasure.
with more of the buzz right after this, where it's always business very unusual.
You be on this side, G.
What?
You be on this side.
I'll be on that side of her?
Yeah.
Okay.